Welcome back. Today we're looking at a piece called MSTR down 10%. Why this is the ultimate buy signal.
Yeah, a really punchy title.
It is. The core argument is that the stock's dip is a huge opportunity because of a collapse in its net asset value premium.
Right, the premium over its Bitcoin holdings. Let's get into it.
So the material does a good job of, identifying the immediate panic drivers. It mentions Bitcoin dipping, the technical breakdown under 200.
And it specifically calls out dilution fears.
Exactly. But is just identifying them enough?
Well, that's the first major point of feedback. To really solidify the claim of an ultimate buy signal, the analysis has to do more than just note those drivers. It needs to proactively neutralize them.
So you're saying it's a bit too passive? It points out the bear case but doesn't really wrestle with it?
Precisely. The weakness here is that it identifies this key fear delusion and then immediately pivots to the opportunity without robustly dismantling that very counter-argument.
Okay, I see. So it's leaving the reader's biggest doubt just hanging there.
It is. The suggestion is to dedicate a focused section to those delusion fears. You have to demonstrate why that panic is fundamentally misplaced, or, maybe already factored into the current 1.2x premium.
Right. So give me a concrete example. How would a writer actually do that?
A couple of quick options. First, you could contextualize the delusion. Show how small any potential dilution is compared to the massive premium compression we've already seen, from like 3.0x all the way down to 1.2x.
So you're showing the market has already overpunished the stock for this.
Yes. Or you could reframe it completely. Model a scenario where the dilution is actually a strategic necessity, a smart move that helps MicroStrategy get more Bitcoin. You turn a perceived risk into a long-term positive.
Okay, that's a really strong point on tackling the bear case. Let's pivot to the bull case itself. How is the evidence for the upside presented?
This is my second main critique, and it's all about the hierarchy of evidence and originality.
Go on.
The core insight, the mathematical anomaly of the NAV premium collapsing, that's the real story here, but it's sort of overshadowed in the piece.
Overshadowed by what?
By a heavy reliance on external analyst price targets. The BTIG target at 630, Canaccord, HC Wainwright.
Right, I saw that. So the piece has its own powerful, original data point, but it's leaning on other people's conclusions to make its point?
Exactly. It's like you've done all the hard math to prove something is undervalued, but then you just say, and some other analysts agree with me. It weakens your own authority.
So the original insight loses its punch.
It does. The suggestion is pretty straightforward. Recenter the entire narrative around your NAV anomaly observation. Make that the hero of the story. The analyst targets, they should just be external validation, not the main event.
Okay, so how do you do that in practice? Make that shift tangible for the reader.
First, explicitly calculate the implied upside based only on a reversion back to the historical premium, say the lower bound of 2.0x. Present that data-driven price target first. It's your number.
And what about the technicals? The oversold RSI and the bounce off 180?
Integrate them much earlier. Frame those signals as the market confirming the exact moment that this fundamental valuation is presenting itself. You tie the technicals directly to your valuation anomaly.
This has been a very sharp critique, really focused on maximizing impact. So to wrap up the key takeaways.
Two main things, really.
Right. First, you have to go on the offensive. Don't just acknowledge the dilution fears, actively dismantle that bear case. Show the reader why it isn't the threat they might think it is.
And second, own your insight. Make that NAV premium collapse the star of the show. The Wall Street targets are just the backup singers.
Your data, your thesis.
That's it.
Excellent. We hope that's helpful. We invite you to refine these sections and feel free to submit your